media is awash with reactions over a tweet made by the Department of State Services requesting X Corporation to deactivate the account of activist and politician Omoyele Sowore over a post the agency claims is a threat to national security. The DSS made the demand in a letter posted on X, accusing Sowore of posting a tweet on August 25th, which contains misleading information that disparages and ridicules President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. In the post, Sowore called the president a criminal and accused him of lying shamelessly about a lack of corruption. The DSS claims that Sowore's tweet has caused widespread condemnation and could lead to public protests, threatening national security and damaging the country's reputation. The agency also argued that Sowore's post violates several Nigerian laws, including the Criminal Code Act and the Cybercrimes Act, which prohibit false information, hate speech, and online harassment. And I'll read a part of the DSS tweets they wrote on X. It is pertinent to bring to your knowledge that under the Nigerian law, these quoted tweets, words, constitute offense punishable in Section 51 of the Criminal Code Act Cap 77 laws of the Federation of Nigeria, which prohibits publication of false information, and Section 19, 22, and 24 of the Cyber Crimes Act 2025, which prohibits and makes it an offense to spread fake news or publishing content that is deliberately misleading or deceptive, posting content that is rude, vulgar, offensive, or indecent, especially with the intent to embarrass or humiliate others, provoke ethnic, religious, or tribal hatred through online or offline statements amounting to domestic terrorism. Very detailed tweet there by the DSS. However, in a show of defiance, activist Omoyele Sowore vowed not to delete his controversial tweet. He described the letter from the DSS as an act of national disgrace, an assault on institutions, and on common sense. Sowore claimed he anticipated the letter, pointing to a protest last Tuesday by a group of, he says, hired DSS protesters who had chanted for his arrest and urged him to leave Tinubu alone. Expressing outrage over what he called an unconstitutional act by the State Security Service, Sowore went on to post the very tweet he was asked to delete with the caption, "This is the tweet. This morning, X, formerly Twitter, officially contacted me about the despicable threat letter they received from the lawless official DSS over my tweet below on Tinubu. One option I will not be taking is deleting that tweet. Thank you at X." Let me just quickly take one reaction to Sowore's tweet. And this is a concerned X user who wrote, "In all sincerity, calling the president a criminal is not right in any way. No court of any jurisdiction has pronounced him as one. I mean, why labeling him one?" All right, you know that Sowore also accused the Tinubu regime of using the Nigeria police force to systematically harass, torture, and persecute him. These tweets have gone viral. Rufai, I'd like to just highlight this. The DSS is a secret service institution that investigates crimes against the state. They are also empowered to protect the president. So this might sound really, strange to a lot of people, but however, the DSS is doing their job. And I'd like to also take another tweet before I come to you. Just also to note that the DSS has said that, they're going to go after X as well as, Sowore if they don't comply. We had that issue the last time with Muhammadu Buhari, the Twitter ban. I don't know if that's what's going to happen, but let me take this tweet from Chinedu, who wrote to the DSS. "Are you guys not aware of the mayhem that happened in Edo State? They killed officers like you, and you are here lamenting about a tweet from Sowore," and that's the sort of rhetoric that we are seeing online at this point.
Now, let me say this. Let me ask these questions. Is Tinubu not a criminal? Yes or no? The viewers will answer either yes or no. Is Tinubu not a criminal? Yes or no? When you say somebody is a criminal, anyways, to just say that Tinubu is a criminal, right? There is no court that have said that has labeled him a criminal. There's no Nigeria court. There's no court that said that. But the question is, if somebody called Tinubu a criminal, is Tinubu not a criminal? Yes or no? When you say somebody is a criminal, what do you mean? Somebody who have tendency of stealing, or somebody who lies a lot is a criminal. He's lying to get something. That's a criminal. Now, why say this? Because Tinubu lied a lot, and he went to Brazil to lie to the whole world. That's about this tweet from Sowore, right? Tinubu lies that corruption is gone in Nigeria. Yeah, somebody will ask me, Tinubu said corruption is gone in Nigeria. He wasn't talking about Nigeria per se. He was talking about NNPC, that corruption is gone in NNPC. That was a clarification. That was a thought aftermath. That was not what Tinubu said. If you listen to the full video where he said that, he said corruption is gone in Nigeria. They can come to Nigeria to invest. Corruption is not gone in Nigeria. It was later when Tinubu came back, or when he was still there, the APC members, they tried to replace what Tinubu said, explain to us that make clarifications that Tinubu was not talking about Nigeria. He was talking about NNPC. Are we dumb in this country? Does it mean that Nigerians people do not understand English language again? When every time Tinubu speaks, somebody has to clarify what Tinubu said. He was not speaking in Yoruba language. He never spoke in Yoruba. That, okay, because he spoke in Yoruba, somebody who interpreted that Yoruba or translated that Yoruba to English language, the person made mistakes of what Tinubu said, that he have to clarify. No, he spoke in English language. We're a country where we have learned people, we have sons, we have PhD holder, we have all manner of degrees, professors. So Tinubu will speak English to the whole world. Somebody has to come back again to make clarification of what Tinubu said. That was not what he said. That was not what he said. This is what he said. This is what he was trying to say during election, after election, till today. Somebody is still interpreting or making clarifications of what Tinubu said every time. No, that's rubbish. That's rubbish. That's a failure. Do you understand? That's why he's calling Tinubu a criminal. You saw what they say Tinubu is a criminal because he lies, or you have tendency of stealing or lying something every time. We know subsidy is not gone in Nigeria. Subsidy is not gone in NNPC. So what are we saying? The $200 billion they're talking about, asking this later person, Tinubu, what is his name again? I forgot his name. Who says they're looking for 22 billion or 20 billion or even 200 billion. Said, where's the money? The man openly said it's not as if somebody stole the money, but they don't know how they squander the money. So what's the difference? Where is the money? We don't have the money. The money is not here. Somebody must have stolen the money. He said they don't know. It's not that somebody stole the money, but they don't know how they squander the money. That was his statement. So instead of this man to be sacked, fired, but he's being promoted for being mismanaging the money, for not knowing how the money being squandered. Do you understand? So what are we saying? And again, the DSS, you guys should stop this idea of cherry picking. You want to cherry pick? No. If you are doing your job, you have to do it. You have to do it diligently. You have to do it transparently. You have to do it no matter the person who is involved. It doesn't matter the ethnicity. Because why I'm saying this, you talk about ethnicity now. You talk about hate speech. You talk about hate speech, vulgar, using those dirty language. If you want to go by saying that, then this whole issues will not favor you guys as a DSA. Will not favor anybody because you are not doing your job. As far as I am concerned, you are being cherry picking. Why do I say so? You talk about hate speech, a tribal bigotry, something like that. We are here in this country. Let's start from the beginning. Let me just take you back a little bit. We are here in this country because anyone that favors APC, there's no problem. If APC members are the ones speaking like that, using hate speech, there's no problem. They are free to do so. But when opposition or other persons say that, it becomes a problem. And that is a problem. No. We're in this country a couple of weeks ago, or months ago, when Peter Obi went to Lagos. Peter Obi went to Edo State. What the governor of Edo State said. Nothing. DSS never reacted. DSS never, they did nothing about that. What Okpeboro said to Peter Obi, threatening Peter Obi. Yeah? They didn't do nothing about it. Then after, the so-called Jared Tenebe, the APC leader in Edo State, he came on national television to say that he hates somebody, using hate speak. Right? He hates somebody, that he has right to hate and to like. Yes, no problem. You can like and dislike. But was it the right thing? Coming on national television to say because the person is from so and so, you hate the person for that? No, that's wrong. DSS never did anything about that. Did it? No. Now, couple of days ago or weeks ago, the other one, chairman of diaspora, what's her name again? Abike Dabiri. He come on now Twitter. That's why what is going on in the country is not, he does not concern, he does not care, but he's busy on Twitter tweeting nonsense. When he called the Igbos, what's the name? I won't repeat what he said. Rather, Abike Dabiri is the name reversed to her when he said she is a monkey or something like that. That's what she said. DSS never reacted to that language, calling a tribe, people from this particular region, monkeys. And there's another language he used again, right? DSS never reacted. They never said anything about that. Then we were in this country when Bayo Onanuga again said Igbo people should not pull mouth in election in Lagos. Bayo Onanuga said that. DSS never reacted. So now Sowore is calling Tinubu a criminal. Sowore is calling this DSS cannot come out to say we don't want anybody to use those languages, hate speech, this and this. So they are cherry picking. This is not the way forward. This is not how to do it. So in fact, a whole lot. When you are, after all, Sowore is in opposition. Sowore have right to criticize the government or not. Yes, he can do so. So APC member can criticize, can call people all manner of sort of names. They can use hate speech. They are free, permitted to do so, but other persons are not permitted. Can you now see how they are always biased in things like this? This is not the way to do it. So you guys, if you want to fight, you want to stop. Anyways, you guys want to ban the Twitter again. So if you like, do whatever you like. The question remains: is Tinubu not a criminal? Yes or no? I leave that to the viewers to answer the question. Please, what do you think? And please share this video.